Look, I just want to start off by saying that as a video game, just a game itself, I love Mafia Definitive Edition. It's amazing. If you've been watching this channel, you know I've been playing a ton of this video game, and I love it. It's a great game. The story's incredible, the graphics, the gameplay. And I know they don't exactly advertise it as an open world game, but you know what? They don't keep it a secret. Like, honestly, a lot of people interpret this as an open world game or a game with a lot of open world elements. And I get it. It doesn't have to be like Grand Theft Auto. You know what? And I mean, like, maybe they did try to shoot for that a little bit in Mafia 3. And you know what? It wasn't exactly praised. People didn't really love it. So they have tried it. But I do think that if you're going to call yourself open world or have some open world elements, it can't be as half-assed as it is in the free ride mode of Definitive Edition. It has to be more expansive. And you know what? I think the next Mafia game, Mafia 4, whatever they're going to call it, could really benefit from some good core open world free roam elements, because that's how you draw in a large player base. I mean, I know there's some open world burnout right now in gaming because there's so many open world games that have been coming out, and people are kind of getting sick of it. But you could kind of twist it around a little bit. You could freshen it up and make it a bit more innovative and new, because that's what Mafia is, right? I mean, that's why people love it, because it's linear. It's a story game. It's a breath of fresh air, I've seen so many people call it. Well, why don't you bring that into the free roam? Because right now, like, that free ride mode, it's really disappointing, man. It's really, really disappointing in terms of things to do. It's quite empty and soulless, truly. And I just wanted to kind of bring in some ideas that I had for Mafia 4, how they can make the open world awesome and a great addition to the already amazing story that Mafia games tell. And so they can take advantage of some amazing gameplay mechanics like the shooting, even simple things like the running and the driving is awesome in Mafia. So they could really take advantage of it in the open world with this. First up, why are so many interiors from the main story not available to go in, or don't have like activities or even just places that we can visit? Like the fact that you have to like jump off a crazy ramp just to get into the airport and it's so bare is inexcusable considering how it's used in the main story. Same thing for the racetrack. I mean, a lot of us, we hate that really hard racing mission. But why can't we have racing just as like a mini game or an activity with that track? You can't even go visit the track unless you use this like really ghetto glitch that I showed on my channel. So I think that's incredibly important for them to have activities and mini games in the next one. Something like a prison fight club, racing, poker, the taxi mini game should come back. Even something as simple as like riding the tram or the train. I mean, it's kind of sad that you have to call that an activity, but that's something that should be there. And honestly, it just seems really lazy on Hangar 13's part. Because I mean, I know they have a great campaign for us to play, but it just seems lazy that they would go and pull out features that were in the original game like that. So honestly, it's inexcusable, and this type of stuff needs to be in Mafia 4 for the open world to be more alive. Next up, I want more gang members or like other Mafia members or something on the street that we can have shootouts with, other enemies that we can shoot and maybe fight, and maybe you get ganged up on by a couple guys who want to steal your money or something or rob you. Because like in Definitive Edition, they're seriously just cops and pedestrians. And if you even look at a pedestrian the wrong way, he'll just run away or she'll just run away. Nobody will ever try to fight back like they do sometimes in GTA or in Saints Row. I mean, like, it's kind of pathetic. I mean, we need other gang members. That's what this game is about, isn't it? There should be rival gang members, maybe gang hideouts, shootouts, drive-by, something. You know what I mean? It needs to be more than it is right now. And because that's like the core, I mean, it's called Mafia for Christ's sake. I mean, like, they should add this type of stuff in there. Up next, I want more cool, enterable buildings, maybe even some secret ones. This goes back to something like the prison. You guys know I love Saints Row. That prison in Saints Row 2 blows my mind, and you can visit it whenever you want. There's like a meat factory. There's a science center, like this type of stuff. There's an art gallery in Lost Heaven, and you can't even go inside of it. Like, this is the kind of stuff where it's like, it's a building that I think would be really awesome and would please the fans if you make this type of stuff enterable, like Volition did in Saints Row 2. There's so many enterable buildings and places to explore in that game. It would blow your mind. And even if it's just something as lazy as, like, you know what, areas from the main story are available to visit and have, you know, some people or something to see in there, that would be cool. If they want to take it a step further, you can have like secret caves, secret buildings, maybe a sewer system or something where you could find Easter eggs and cool stuff like that. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that makes an open world game fun. Think of a game like Red Dead Redemption 2, for example. How many secrets and secret locations, secret NPCs, secret objects, you know, how much of this stuff can you find in Red Dead Redemption 2? Even something like the Bigfoot skeleton, for example, or the UFO Easter egg. I know there's a mission of that in Definitive Edition, but like, this is the kind of stuff that we need to see in the next Mafia game. And I'm not saying it needs to be what Red Dead 2 is or what GTA 5 is, because it'll never be that. I mean, they don't have the budget and they're not Rockstar. But the thing is, they can at least put their own twist on the open world so that it's not lazy. It just seems so lazy right now. Like, it needs to be better. I mean, like, you know what? Hangar 13 has definitely showed that they're not afraid to be a little wacky sometimes, a little cool and, you know, funny. So maybe something like secret vehicles, like a UFO you can actually drive. Again, borrowing from Saints Row 2. I mean, sue me, it's my favorite game of all time. A ray gun, you know, a flamethrower. Like, these are things that I think would really increase the fun factor, and that's kind of what games are all about. But yeah, I just wanted to end off this video by reiterating again that I love this game. I've had so much fun playing it. It is 100% worth the $40 I spent on it. But I do think that if you want to have some open world elements, either do it right or don't do it at all. So in that case, I think either make your game have some cool open world stuff and not just dead, or just make Mafia a linear story game where it's you do a mission, right to the next mission, to the next mission, and so on and so forth, and it's just done. You know what? I think that's just the way you have to do it if you give another excuse for an open world like they have right now. So that's what I think they should have in Mafia 4. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What ideas would you guys have to make the open world better in the next Mafia game? And I will see you guys next time. How about over here? They're not even looking. Oh, there we go. My God. Did you see that? Holy. He is not getting up. Oh, man, dude. You can just, like, this is like GTA out here, so you can do it. Oh, all three of them. Did you see that? All three of them got away. You guys. Oh, we got one. Oh, man, dude. Oh, they don't even care. Like, oh, sorry, Jim. It's the end for ya. See you in the next life.